Hope everyone's having a good day. If you haven't already, do me a favor, type your name in the chat. Thank you, thank you. Helps me take attendance. Good to see you all. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Can't wait to hear about it. Talk story time. All right, we will go ahead and get started, you guys. Thanks for being here today. Okay, so today, as per our schedule, we're talking about oral hygiene. Does anyone remember what hygiene means, or do we know what that means? Yeah, Kiana, you want to take a guess?
Hygiene means that brush your teeth like every night and every morning.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you for sharing. That's exactly right. So hygiene, the word hygiene itself actually means keeping ourselves healthy. So things that we do to keep ourselves clean and healthy. But what Kiana said, brushing our teeth, that's a great example of how we can practice oral hygiene. That's awesome. So let's see here. Let's first go over our healthy habits from last week. Does anyone want to share what they did? What did we do for our healthy habits this week? What did we do? Did anyone eat a full fruit and vegetable, or choose a different choose a food that has a different vitamin? Did we talk to somebody about best practices for getting sick? What did we do? Who wants to share? You can unmute or you can type it in the chat. Yeah. What did we do this week? Yoga. Kiana, you drank more water. That's great. Staying hydrated is super important. What else did we do? No one wants to share? Oh, Ian, you exercised. Excellent. Awesome. Gabriel, you worked out. Great. Kailani, put a little bit of toothpaste. I don't know which healthy habit that relates to, but that certainly relates to today's topic. Gilbert, you exercise too. That's great, you guys. Kyle, K-pop choreography, awesome. Love to hear it. That's awesome. Great for your mental health. Okay, well, thank you all for sharing. We'll go ahead and get started with our topic for today. So what is oral health? Does anyone want to take a guess or know what it is and want to share? What does it have to do with? Does it have to do with, oh, I see something in the chat. Ian, that's exactly right, our mouth. That's exactly right. The term oral means our mouth. So oral health is keeping our teeth, right? The teeth in our mouth, our gums, the sort of pink part of our mouth, and our overall mouth healthy. That's what oral health is. Super important stuff. And why do you think that it's important? Why is that important to keep our mouth and our teeth and our gums healthy? Yeah, Gilbert, brush your teeth every morning and every night. That's a great way to keep our mouths healthy. Yeah, Gabriel, it's super important to keep us healthy. Yep, Kyle, flossing, super important too. But why do you guys think it's important? What do we use our mouths for? I'm using mine right now. Yeah, you prevent cavities, exactly right. Gabriel, eating, yeah, that's super important, right? We need to eat to survive, so we want our mouths to be super healthy, our teeth, our gums to be healthy so that we can eat without any problems. What else do we use our mouths for? I was doing it. Oh, I'm doing it right now. Talking, exactly right, Gabriel. Yeah, so talking is super important. We use our mouths for a lot of different things that are really important that sometimes we might not even think about it. So the first, right, appearance. So teeth are really important to our appearance. It can affect our mental health if, our teeth don't look the best. Maybe we feel a little self-conscious. Um, we want to be smiling. We want to be happy smiling. Kyle, respiration. That's a great one. That's exactly right. Respiration, for those of us that maybe aren't familiar with that word, it just means breathing. And we use our mouth to breathe all the time. So super important. Yes. So this is exactly right. Right. So we want to keep our teeth nice and our mouths healthy so that we can smile at people, smile at everybody. Walking by, you guys have the best smiles. I see you all smiling now. But that's the first reason, right? But as we said too, we also use our mouths to chew and to eat. It's super important that we have healthy teeth and healthy gums so that we can chew and eat properly. Chewing is actually the first step of digestion of our food. And when we digest our food is when we get all the nutrients out of it. So all the vitamins, all the minerals, all the energy of our food, we get that through the process of digestion. And chewing up our food is the first step of that digestion process. So it's super important. And if food we can't chew properly because we have teeth that aren't healthy, it can cause digestion problems, which, as you can imagine, would be not so good, right? So super important for eating. Talking, like we talked about, teeth are really important for speaking. When you say certain words or certain syllables, your teeth play a big role. And so teeth work with the rest of the mouth, so the lips, the cheeks, the tongue, and allow us to pronounce words and help with enunciation. Our teeth are really important. So before we get into how to take care of our teeth and our oral health, let's talk a little bit more about our teeth. So let's start with the outside of a tooth. What a tooth looks like, everybody knows, right? Have you ever looked in the mirror and went, you can see your own teeth? The part that you can see is called the crown, and it's the part of the tooth that lives above your gums. So that pink part on the inside of your mouth, anything above that is called the crown of a tooth, and the root of a tooth lives below your gums. So they're what keep the tooth in the mouth. Similar to the roots of a tree, the roots of your teeth hold your teeth in your mouth. So super important. But the outside of a tooth is made up of, the inside of a tooth is made up of 3 different layers. So the top layer is the enamel. It covers the crown, right? So the outside, or the part that you can see in your mouth. And it's the hardest part of our body, that enamel. Teeth are harder even than bone. Can you believe it? Has anyone ever broken a bone? Anyone? Yeah? Broken some bones before? I broke my finger once. But it would be even harder to break a tooth because teeth are even harder. And then the next layer of the inside of the tooth is called the pulp, and it fills the space inside the tooth. So as you can see, it's sort of this orange part that goes into the root. It contains blood vessels and nerves that keep the tooth healthy. So that's kind of the breakdown of what teeth look like in their entirety, and you all know what teeth look like in your mouth. And so now that we know what a tooth looks like, let's talk about what makes a cavity in our tooth. Does anyone know what makes a cavity or know what a cavity is? What's a cavity? Gabriel, sweet. Yeah, kind of. That's kind of right. Coffee. Coffee's not great for your teeth either. I'm thinking of, yeah, Kyle, cavities can hurt, right? Kailani, soda. Yeah, soda can certainly contribute to cavities. But I'm thinking of a word that starts with a B that we've spoken about a few times in Health Corner recently. They're really little molecules. Really little things. They sometimes make us sick. Ian, exactly right, bacteria. So cavities are caused by bacteria, but you are all exactly right. So all of these examples of things like candy, coffee, soda, candy bars, sweets, what those things are actually doing when we eat them is they're providing energy for that bacteria to grow and make more bacteria essentially in our mouths that can cause cavities. Well, okay, so they're caused by plaque, but plaque is an invisible film of bacteria that constantly grows on our teeth. So we want to, it feels fuzzy. If you rub your tongue on your teeth, does it feel fuzzy? Mine don't feel fuzzy, but I brushed my teeth this morning. If they don't, that means you maybe don't have any plaque, but plaque will build up throughout the day. Here's this little cartoon of a plaque here. But we brush our teeth to remove plaque, to remove that buildup of bacteria, to protect our teeth and gums from harmful bacteria. Exactly. So let's see, no sugar or juice. Yeah, so we want to limit our sweet. So every day, a thin film of plaque or that bacteria buildup on our teeth. Sugar from foods and drinks are turned into acid by these bacteria, and that acid attacks our teeth and softens the hard surface, so that enamel, until a hole or cavity is formed. So that's exactly what it looks like. Remember, so the top of the tooth is the crown, and that top layer is the enamel. But here, because of all the sweets, we've produced so much acid from that bacteria that we've made a hole in our crown. Rinse with water if you eat sweets. Yeah, we want to be drinking lots of water to kind of be flushing out anything that is left on our teeth. All right, so how can we avoid getting cavities? Many of you already mentioned these great ideas, but we want to avoid sugary and sticky foods, stuff that will stay on our teeth, and choose more whole foods. We talked about that before, like fruits and vegetables, cheeses, proteins, stuff like that. We want to avoid drinking soda or other sugary drinks and drink more milk and water. And we want to avoid snacking all day long. We want to limit the amount of snacks we have throughout the day, because every time we eat something, in theory, we should try to brush our teeth after, although we want to be doing it at minimum twice a day. But the more often we eat, the more often we're giving room for that bacteria to grow in our mouth. All right, so let's talk about repairing cavities and gum disease. Do you guys think a cavity can heal on its own? Like, you know how sometimes you get a cut and you let it go for a few days and it heals? Do you think a cavity is the same way or no? No, exactly right, you guys. You're so smart. Cavity does not heal on its own. Only your dentist can fix a cavity by removing the decay. So going in there and taking out all the gunky, yucky stuff and putting in a special filling material in the hole. When plaque is left on our teeth for a while, the harmful bacteria will increase and irritate our gums, so the pink part of our mouth. This causes bleeding and gums can hurt. This is called gum disease. But keep in mind, right, this plaque or that bacteria has to be left there for a while, which is why it's so important to brush our teeth regularly. Yeah, that's exactly right, you guys. Dentists are here to help with our teeth. Sometimes going to the dentist can be a little bit scary. I know I get a little bit scared when I go to the dentist because all the sounds, but it is super, super important to go regularly to make sure that we get our teeth checked. This oral health, right? Remember, it helps with appearance. So those beautiful smiles that I see every time we program in, helps with eating, right? We want to be able to chew and digest properly. And we want to be able to talk and enunciate our words. And so it's super important to go to the dentist regularly, even though sometimes it is scary. All right, so to summarize, to prevent cavities, gum disease, and bad breath, we need to brush and floss our teeth regularly and visit the dentist at least twice a year, 2 times a year. So that's 1 time every 6 months. Super important. When should we brush our teeth? What do you guys think? Yeah, Gilbert.
Brush teeth every morning and nighttime.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you, Gilbert.
Yeah, and brush teeth for 4 or 3 minutes.
That's great. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome to.
All right, let's see what this chat looks like. You brush your teeth in circles, use a powerful toothbrush. That's great, Gabriel. Awesome. All right, so we want to brush our teeth after eating and at bedtime. So technically, should we brush our teeth before or after breakfast? I'm getting ahead of myself. Before or after breakfast, if we want to brush after eating, we should brush. Yeah, Gilbert.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, exactly, Kiana. We want to brush after. Kyle, we want to brush 3 times a day. Yeah, we can definitely brush 3 times a day. That'd be great. We want to brush after Gilbert or after breakfast. That's exactly right, you guys. So why do we want to brush after we eat? Why is it important to brush after? We could brush before, but why is it more useful to brush after? Yeah, Gabriel, we want to floss our teeth after eating. That's super important too. Why is it important to brush and floss after eating, not before? Does anyone know or want to take a guess? You could unmute or you could type it in the chat. Totally up to you. I want to hear some guesses. No one? Yeah, Nikki Way, we do want to brush at bedtime, but we also want to brush after we eat. Why do we brush after? And maybe we could brush before, but it's more effective to brush after. Yeah, Ian, because the food gets stuck in between our teeth. That's exactly right. And why is that important? Remember that food, as much as it fuels our bodies, it'll also act as fuel for that bacteria to break down and make acid. And then it gets stuck in our teeth, it forms plaque, and that's how we get cavities. So after we eat is the perfect time to brush and floss our teeth to get all that residual food out of there. We don't want to be fueling that bacteria. How long should we brush our teeth for? Anyone want to take a guess? Should we brush our teeth for 2 hours? Five or 10 minutes. Gabriel, that's a long time to brush your teeth, but I love it. Thanks for guessing. We want to brush our teeth for about 2 minutes and at least twice each day. So at minimum, we want to be brushing for 2 minutes, 2 times a day. If you want to brush for 5 minutes, you could do that, but at least 2 minutes, okay? All right, so that is our last slide for today. Does anyone have any questions about what we talked about?
Oh, I have a question.
Yeah, Gilbert.
Yeah, I have a question. So, so how do we avoid sugary drinks and candies and sweets?
how do you do that? Well, I would recommend trying to substitute them with things that you do like. So if you are really, really wanting a candy bar, maybe try having some fruit. Fruit is kind of sweet too, but it doesn't have quite as much sugar as candy. And remember, it's all about things in moderation, right? So one candy bar, like Halloween was just recently, I know I had myself a candy bar. If we have one candy bar, that's not going to automatically cause us a cavity, right? It's over time, we need to be good about maintaining our diet and setting ourselves up for success, but we also want to be brushing consistently and going to our dentist every 6 months, right?
Mhm.
That's the
So,
best way to prevent cavity.
I only eat fruits and vegetables and drink plenty of water and brush teeth every morning and night.
That's great, Gilbert. Awesome. And we're gonna brush
Oh,
after breakfast, right? We'll get all that food out of there.
Yeah, mhm.
Perfect. All right. Anyone else have any questions? Okay, if not, opportunity. No questions? All right. Well, let's go to our healthy habit challenge. So we're still doing all of our ones from previous weeks. This new one is to do something good for your oral health this week. So I left you some examples. So what this can look like is remembering and committing to brushing your teeth at least 2 times a day for 2 minutes for the whole week. Or it can be swapping out a sugary drink for water or a tea maybe. Or it could be making a dentist appointment. Maybe you realize, oh, I haven't been to the dentist in the last 6 months. Let me do that. Okay, but this week I want you to do one good thing for your oral health because it is so important. Awesome, you guys. You eat lots of fruits. I love this. Drink lots of water and milk. Excellent, excellent. All right, and next week we will share what you all did, okay? So I want you to come prepared to share. And if, per usual, if you have any health questions, any Holly questions or ideas, incentive questions, or sound requests, please email me. I get a few emails every week from some of you, and I love it. Makes my whole day. So please email me if you have anything or need anything from me. And if you want to watch this presentation or any of our previous ones, you can visit our YouTube channel. Our friend Jennifer is going to upload this in the office for us probably tomorrow. And on Wednesday, we will work out same time as usual at 3:30. Okay, so I will go ahead and stop sharing. I'll stop recording and we can do talk story time.